to another episode of the Chaotic Minds. I'm your host, Devontae Ewing, aka DJ Thunderbass, and I am joined today with my co-hosts. I'm your host, Devontae Ewing, aka DJ Thunderbass.
Oh my god. Hello, guys, girls, and squirrels. I'm Henry, also known as Megan the Heart's Mace. How you guys doing today?
I'm Dark Trooper, coming from you live from a secret location, aka my couch.
And we have one more.
That guy below us is called Llama.
Llama.
He's saying
Introduce yourself, my friend.
he's having audio issues. Of course, it happens just when we start the damn thing.
Oh, again, guys. Damn it, Llama. That's gonna be
But we're
fun.
going to start this off like we always do with mayhem and relationship advice.
All right. Hello.
Hello.
How are you? Guys, girls, squirrels, gents, and ladies, and other kinds out there. Remember, the first thing we always talk about in a relationship is communication. Communication is key to all relationships. If it is a relationship of a girlfriend, boyfriend, husband, wife, or friendships such as you, your buddies, your homies, or your brothers and kins. If not, family and or work relationships, such as you keeping a proper or respectful tone of honor per person as you're at work. So let's start that off on things for relationships today. We're going to talk about that kind of code of conduct. You show respect and communication to the ones that are your friends and or significant others that you are dating and or being friends with. You show common human decency. You don't walk all over them. You don't use them. You don't take advantage of them. It's not cool. It's not nice. How would you feel if it was done back to you? I promise a lot of people don't like it done back to them. Most people don't like the taste of their own medicine. Same thing goes for relationships when it comes to when you're with friends hanging out and you see somebody and you decide to mock and or ridicule a person. That's not right to do. Don't be doing that not for no reason. Now if they did something goofy and they're one of your buddies and that's a little different of a story. You guys are always berating each other for a reason. Friends do that to make themselves stronger. There's an actual reason that guys do that in their circles. We sometimes make fun of and or crack jokes with each other to make each other stronger. So when it comes to a real time, someone making fun of us outside of the group or crew, and we're trying to present or be respectful, we can handle that. We can shrug it off. Someone says something and we go, oh, yeah, my friends make fun of me way worse. Or I make fun of myself way worse by being self-deprecating. Relationships as well. If you are upset and or mad, do not lash out and or take it out on your significant other. Usually comfortability makes so you are more yourself with some people, but you're also showing more of your anger at other people as well.
You also shouldn't bottle it up either, because when you internalize that anger and that rage, and you don't communicate with your spouse. I actually just listened to a Reddit story about that this afternoon today, about a woman who was a stay-at-home mom, but she couldn't find something to do when she wasn't a mom, when her kids were away at school, and she couldn't find anything to do. So instead of communicating with her partner, and because this guy, he was not holding her back. He was actually encouraging her to get another job, to find something to do with her time. But she just simply refused. And he internalized all that anger and put it onto him. So she then emptied his bank account, did 2 weeks of with her affair partner away from the house, abandoning her kids for 2 weeks with no communication, and was plotting against the husband to take away the kids and make him look like he's the bad guy. So she internalized all that rage and made it towards him instead of actually coming up with a way to actually figure out what she could do. Like this guy was not trying to hold her back, but she was at her anger and her frustration towards him instead of communicating.
We've got a new member.
Hey!
Welcome in.
We can let you introduce yourself, and then we'll finish up this segment. Introduce yourself, my brother. I love that image.
Hi guys, I am Dominant Visions, and tonight I will be joining with you all with the arts and segments.
Sweet.
Welcome,
That's
Dominant Visions.
All right, so the last thing that we'll talk about with relationships besides communication and respect, that's what's another one we just spoke on, is finding other things to do within the time to help one another. Just because you can't be around them at all times doesn't mean you can't do something to aid them later. Make their lunch for them, or help them out, or fix something, or get the clothes ready. You can do it both ways, he or she or whatever. Remember to always, the small things count. Remember, that's a big thing in a relationship, of friendships and everything else too. Little tweaks and memories and things that you discussed with a significant other and or a friend. You
As
understand.
Giving him a coupon.
Like the concept of something like what I do with the guild. Once a year, occasionally, I will just randomly get a gift or two for everybody, and it's something that represents them, something that's their favorite color, something that's maybe their favorite animals, or something that are one of them, or something along the lines that shows that I know them, I care, I'm here for them. And it doesn't matter about the price or anything, or if it's big, small, whatever, just it's about knowing. You know them. You know the little quirks, there are little things that make them who they are. That's what makes them unique. Every one of us is different for a reason. That's what makes us unique. Our outsides are one thing. Everybody has a different look. It doesn't matter. It's like playing a video game. You're stuck with the preset you're created with. It doesn't matter. But up here, and in your chest and your heart is what matters. Also your spirit. Be mindful of it. But on to the next segment. Basic
Real quick, anyone got any questions?
Yeah, any questions for relationships and things for advice that I can suggest for help for anybody? Or anything you guys want to bring up?
I don't have anything to say. I already said myself.
No questions at all at the moment.
All right. What about you, Supreme Overlord
Llama?
Nope, I do not currently have any questions.
All right. Then on to safety. All right, so for safety and scam tips, some of the basic ones are when there are scammers and or internet hackers trying to get you to get that little rope and fish line and help you. Don't click on the emails. Never do that. If they send them, report them to spam, send them to a technical person so they know what to do. Besides that, if they're calling you, sending you text messages, don't click on the links. Never click on the links. But my best bet is you can block them. If not, you can do what I do. I berate them and teach them a lesson so they don't want to ever do that job again. And at first, I think it's funny until they start realizing I know the history of the said people that are speaking on the other end. And they go, oh, you can speak my actual native language too. And I go, yeah. Now it's time to have fun. So, scam protection, be mindful, block them, report them, let that know.
Torches and pitchforks, my friends.
Be mindful of whoever is calling you. Especially if they're trying to say something about you owe money in a debt for a mysterious, unknown purpose.
Lies.
It's all a
I
lie.
owe you money.
If those said companies and/or information were trying to contact you, they will appropriately. And when you get the number, it'll pop up appropriately with their said contact. You'll get their information and/or a proper email from their company, or you'll get actual mail. There are standards that evolve more and more and make it worse for everybody. And they're getting very tricky out there. So I just they don't want to do the job
They're
anymore.
using AI too.
Yep. And the AI doesn't like me either because it gets confused. I just start talking certain things, start doing different things, changing languages, and then it starts going crazy because it doesn't know what to do. It doesn't know how to answer me because at first it's speaking English, then it's speaking Spanish, and now it's trying to speak French and still confused on what's going on. I don't appreciate scammers. Get a real job. There's plenty of jobs out there. You can make a new job, but scamming is not one of them. And it's a tarnish on all souls. I don't care who you are. If you're stealing and scamming from people, your soul is gonna rot and burn, and you'll be marked for hell. And we will know. I don't care what religion you are. That's something that is just evil. You just destroyed someone's life that they worked so hard to save, 60 some odd years or more, and you just took it in seconds and laughed and partied it away for some crazy family wedding that's going to get divorced in 6 months. You guys have any for safety or scam protection tips or anything like that for personal experiences?
Don't play on the train tracks. Don't run around with scissors. Don't play with outlets with forks.
Whoa. You're telling me I cannot play on the train tracks?
No, you can't.
You're not supposed to.
Don't lean over cliffs when it's miles above the sea line.
Don't do.
What if my friend's down there?
Don't
That's
do
your problem, not mine.
over.
What if I see a shiny nickel?
Look. If I look over the edge of a building and I see mayhem, he'll catch me.
No, he won't.
I've caught a few people, but that far, nah. If we're talking,
Hey, he wants
yeah,
street pizza. That's what he wants. He wants a street pizza.
I mean,
if I can get him to
I
bounce off
oblige.
something first, then I can catch him.
Guy can get something to break your fall.
He has to slow down the momentum at least halfway for me to catch him. I just couldn't catch him full speed. He would kill me. Half speed I can catch. But
So he's going to need some broken bones before you can catch him then.
at least a broken arm from snapping off a tree branch.
I have at least a broken finger, a bare minimum.
Mind you, I'll make you a splint, and we'll make sure you're okay and safe until the medics arrive and everything else, and or EMT. And I'll give you a nice thumbs up, and you'll give me the middle finger. It'll be like old time.
Now the question is, will the middle finger be attached to my hand still or not?
No, it'll be over there in the corner.
I'll roll a perception check, and I'll let you know later. Other safety tips we're going to go with as well is always check your plugs when you are plugging things in, making sure that they don't hang or dangle or partially fall out. Make sure they securely plug in. If not, get a surge protector of some sort that has multiple plugins, and it conserves power, makes it better for you, and you can plug it in properly with the ground, and you have
Your circuit.
Safety.
Ooh,
If power breaks or lightning strikes, you don't have to worry about stuff getting wiped bad or fried. It just cuts it and breaks it before it gets zapped.
I have some road safety tips.
Go for it.
Go for it.
When driving out on the roadways, when you see a semi-truck, do not hang out next to any of their tires. If a semi-truck has a tire blowout, that could blow out the windows on your car right next to it. If you are driving directly behind a semi-truck and they have a blowout, that could damage the front end of your car as well and make you lose control. When you merge in front of a semi-truck, always give them plenty of space. A semi-truck driver is trained to maintain 300 feet of distance between them and the vehicle in front of them when driving on highway speeds. Semi trucks cannot stop on a dime when fully loaded.
No.
Me, I make it a policy if I can see both their headlights in the mirror that's next to me, then that means there's enough space for me to get in front of them.
That's
I
the
always
standard.
make sure I'm
Well-
3 to 5 car lengths away before I get ahead.
Those big box trucking companies, the dash cams will activate if you merge over too soon in front of a semi truck, and it will record the entire activity, and that trucker could get in trouble for you cutting them off.
Which is very upsetting that they get in trouble for you being angry at them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, it's not even always about you, like that driver being angry at the trucker. Like, just people think that they're a far enough distance. They're like, oh, it's one truck length, that's fine. But these trucking companies, they sit here and they go, nope, we need about 300 feet. If the driver does not immediately start backing off, then they're in trouble.
Well, it's the same thing with a motorcycle. It's like, if you're going to don't tailgate motorcycles, don't tailgate trucks, don't tailgate anybody. It's stupid. It's dangerous. It's not fun for anybody.
You can
Yeah,
tailgate Mayhem. He's got a great view from behind.
I do, but very ragey when you make me angry.
That just makes you flex it more.
It does. I'll snap your
Road rage and bumper cars is definitely a good friendly combo. Not.
I can do kegels. Flex my ass. No joke though. I can literally walk in my butt cheeks.
What?
It can flex really hard and move my whole body with them, like I'm walking. It's pretty fun.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I gotta work out all the time. Squats, stretching, asymmetrics, anything, everything. Pull-ups, find something, anything. If you need to lift something up, lift something up. Do it the right way though. Do it safely. Find something within a decent way or anything that you can do it repetitionally, evenly with each arm. Don't focus on one side because you'll make your body lopsided. You'll have one big buff right or left arm, the other one will be opposite and small, and you'll be like, what's going on here?
Don't skip leg day.
And never skip leg day. Never skip leg
Sorry,
day.
did you say skip leg day, roll around in your computer chair?
Damn it, Llama. We're going to do a damn it, Llama counter. All right, so that is our segment. We are going on to our next segment, DJ Thunderbase and your studios.
That is right. You read that correctly. It is everyone's favorite segment. It is time for celebrity birthdays. And we are starting off in July 31st, the last day of July, starting off with J.K. Rowling.
Ah, you took mine.
Years.
Okay, that's not what I expected.
I like your books. I don't like your politics.
Yeah, agreed.
To each his own on that. I think a lot of her words were taken in context or incorrectly, but I enjoy her books. But there is some interesting narratives in there that question. But I love the stories. I have all the movies. Me and my wife cosplay as Ravenclaw and Hufflepuff all the time. That's our houses. I'm Ravenclaw. I'm strategic. Just because I'm a powerhouse doesn't mean I don't have intelligence. I'm just a little glitched out and skippy. I skipped the
And your
record
face is
sometimes.
covered by a big blue spot.
It is. I've headbutted it twice already. Oh, I am the storm now. What? So the birthdays.
Well, here's another
What else
one.
do we have?
Wesley Snipes.
What? Oh, where, man? Oh,
63.
love that guy. He is Blade. Not only is he Blade, one of the first rated R Marvel superstars. He's also in Demolition Man.
And he was also in one of the Fugitive movies.
Oh, he's also in the one where he's in the dress. I forgot his him.
He also,
John Leguizamo.
his debut was also the 1986 film Wildcats, where he played Tremaine.
And yes, he did go to prison for tax evasion.
And I love that they even put that in Expendables 3.
Mhm.
What
Yeah.
you in here for, man? They had you locked up hardcore. This is tax evasion.
I love those best lines.
He was even in the music video for Michael Jackson's song Bad.
He was also in the new Coming to America movie as the general.
Yep.
I think he wasn't he also in the new Black Panther movie?
Was he? I don't know. But next person, BJ Novak, 46, TV actor. Haven't seen this guy in anything in a while, but he's in The Office, Inglourious Basterds. Yes, I love him in Inglourious Basterds. That was an amazing movie.
I think the best scene in that entire movie was Brad Pitt's first when he first introduced him, and I want my scouts. I'm like, oh my god, it's so awesome.
I love that. I want my scouts.
I think Brad Pitt just killed it throughout the movie. He's fun.
And then the Jew Bear. And we can do that as a whole cosplay ourselves. We got Dark Trooper here to be the Jew Bear. I'll be the commander, and each one of you guys be the Inglourious Basterds and get our scouts. Sorry, I can't believe that just happened. We're going with that again.
And I commemorate.
Yes, we can. Let's go with Alexis Knapp, 36, movie actress. What are you in? Project X, Cooper. Ooh, Pitch Perfect. I remember that one. We'll do one more, and then
There we go.
August.
Avenged Sevenfold lead singer himself, Matt Shadows, turns 44.
Nice.
I'll start off the August first with Jason Momoa, 48, Mr. Aquaman himself.
That guy is so cool.
I first saw him in, I think it was in Stargate Atlantis. He played Ronan Dex.
Yep.
Oh yeah. I love that fucking.
I love
stuff.
the Stargate series. The Stargate series are. Yeah, I enjoy the Stargate series a lot.
He was in Baywatch too.
I
Wait,
did not
what?
know that. I did not know that. That was new. I remember Baywatch back in the day, but that was it was
Man, that dude I just guessed loves the ocean.
I feel bad for Pam Anderson. She does not look the same anymore. I'll let you ladies know in the world that fake things is not what men like. We like natural. Nice.
Back in my day, Pamela Anderson was the biggest. Anyways,
Yeah,
Here's one.
didn't care if she had hepatitis.
that's horrible.
yeah.
Yeah.
What about Catherine Parr?
I was just about to say that one.
I got one.
Well, I mean, of
she-
course,
she-
multiple
she
of
was-
us were gonna.
She was the last queen she was the last wife of Henry VIII.
Yeah, she passed away in 1548 at the age of 36.
Wow.
How about Miss Granny Smith?
I was just about to get to her. You got to her before me.
Here's
Oh yeah,
one
I love that little old lady though. All of her
Here's
little videos
one
and stuff.
from the 1963 to 2022. The rapper Coolio.
Damn, I was just about to get to him too. You got me twice.
Jeez. Yeah, Coolio.
Come on down the stage. We'll jump in on this stuff. Pull some
Coolio
birthdays.
is a rapper who is known for his song title in the '90s in a movie soundtrack, Dangerous Minds song called "Gangsta Paradise," and
That's cool.
he's also featured in Space Jam soundtrack with the song "Hit 'Em High," which is the Monstars anthem, alongside with Be Real, LL Cool J, Busta Rhymes, Method Man.
No wonder it was such a good song. Huh? All right, another one we're doing is a Kim Chi Wan, 25, pop singer.
Chewon.
Wow, I'm bad. South
Chill
Korean.
Or how about this? John Colero Lynch, movie actor. He was 62 years old. He was known as Drew Carey's cross-dressing brother in the ABC series The Drew Carey Show.
Huh. That show was insane. Just when
I got another one. John Kerry Litch, 62, movie actor.
Let me see.
Wait, do that. Holy shit. How is it that I scroll all the way down?
Oh, here we go. Lead vocalist of Def Leppard, Joe Elliott, 66
Nice.
years old.
All right,
Oh wow.
Is 24, basketball player. The Toronto Raptors. He is originally from Florida State University.
He's a Gator.
All right, we'll do one more before we go to the next one for August 2nd.
I got one. Edward Fairlane, 48. He is most famous for being John Connor in the Terminator 2 movie.
Oh.
He's also been featured in Pet Cemetery 2 in the sequel as well.
I got one right here for August 2nd. J.D. Vance, 41, Vice President. I like this guy. He's just like, you know what? I don't care. We're just gonna go with it. I'm just gonna tell you to F off and we're gonna just do this.
It's also good.
I like how he's proven people in his own manner, and it's just respectful. He shuts people down. Got another one though. Who's next? Who we got on the stars? We want to pull up for August 2nd.
Sam Worthington, movie actor,
Oh,
49.
good actor. He's best known for James Cameron's Avatar.
Yeah,
And he's also Perseus in the Clash of the Titans.
Oh yeah.
Oh, very good.
Here we go. Here's one. The director that brought us Freddy Krueger, Wes Craven, died at the age of 76 in 2015.
I got the next one right here. One of my favorites. Blunt Man.
He's also best.
He's also
best known. Ooh.
Kevin Smith, 55, director, actor, and comedian. Sorry, what was that down the stage? I cut you off.
I was going to also say Wes Craven's also the director behind The People Under the Stairs and Scream. 1 through 4, actually.
Nice. All right, so yeah, Kevin Smith, man, love this guy. Does so many different things. Liked him in Clerks, in Mallrats. All right, next on the list. Got Mary Louise Parker, 61, TV actress. And Bill and Alex Gill.
Here's one. Wrestler Austin Theory.
All right.
He's also a wrestler who took over after Dustin Rhodes left to AEW in the role of Goldust.
Ooh.
All right, so we're going to go to August 3rd now.
I got one. Martin Sheen.
Oh, man, you got me for me.
One of his movies was Apocalypse Now.
He's featured as Vladimir, or one of the Voroti, in the Twilight Saga films.
Here's one. Lead singer of Metallica. James Hetfield, 62.
Not bad.
And if it wasn't for Metallica, Tomorrowland would not have had a main stage this year.
Interesting. Yes, that is so true.
How about this one? Ishalon Washington, 62. Sorry if I mispronounced your name. One of his roles was being one of the main surgeons in Grey's Anatomy.
It's Isaiah.
Isaiah Washington. Ah, yes.
Okay.
I was
so-
actually just about to read that one, too. I sat there and just pulled up.
I have one. Voice actor Corey Burton turned 70. He is known for voicing a lot of characters under the belt of Kingdom Hearts, DuckTales, Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers, and other variety of characters in Ben 10, Aliens.
All right, now we're going to go on to August.
Oh, wait. Did you guys say this one? Martha Stewart?
I was about to, but I decided not to. Good job, though.
How about Stephen
4
Beckoff?
years old.
Oh, sorry. How about Stephen Beckoff, 88 years old? He's an English actor who played villains in many films like Rambo: First Blood, Part 2, and Octopussy.
Yeah.
007 franchise?
Yep, 007.
All right, so August 4th, we're going to go with the U.S. ex-president Barack Obama, 64. His answer to a lot of things when he bombed people and children was whoops. And Obamagate. Check it out, people. Don't get mad about it. Just check it out.
I have one. Billy Bob Thornton, turning 70. He is a movie actor who's known for the film Bad Santa and Varsity Blues.
Oh, that's a good one.
Here, I've got one.
Love those.
Zach and Cody themselves, Cole and Dylan Sprouse, turning 33.
Oh, wow. The
33.
twins. They were in Big Daddy with Adam Sandler, and they were featured in Friends. And Cole, he featured in CW series Riverdale, Jughead Jones.
Who can I pick?
Got one right here. Elizabeth, the Queen, Mother, 1900 to 2002. That's 102. Wow.
Yeah, the mother
Here
to
we
the
go.
recently late Queen Elizabeth.
Ah.
Jazz artist Louis Armstrong.
Oh, What a Wonderful World he did. Isn't that what it's called? What a Wonderful World he did?
Yep. What a wonderful world.
What
Okay.
a wonderful
Oh.
world.
From 1901 to 1971.
70 years old he passed. Oh, man. What a legend.
We're going to go
Oh,
on to-
Louis Vuitton.
Yes.
There you go.
Yeah, the fashion designer.
May I have this one? Because I got one.
Go for it.
Voice actress Lauren Tom. She is known for Amy Wong in Futurama. She's number 3 Cookie Sanbon in Codename Kids Next Door. And she's known as Jinx and Gizmo in Teen Titans.
Oh, here's one. Daniel DeKim from Lost, Hawaii Five-0, and Always Be My Baby.
And the voice of Johnny Gat in the Saints Row series.
Yep.
Now we're going to go on to August
And
5th.
in 2011, he was actually named, he was in the top 100 of TV's sexiest men, according to TV Buddy.
That's pretty interesting. Well, they also have a rumor and fun fact about him. He possibly may be in talk in a Street Fighter film, but it's still a rumor, so it's not fully confirmed if it's true or not.
You never know till it happens. Ooh, you never know till you try.
And now on to August 5th.
How about
Here we
Mark
go.
Strong,
I was just about to start with that.
62 years old.
First man to step on the moon.
Nice.
Wait,
All right.
what?
Young Blood, 28, rock singer.
Marie
got one.
McCormick.
That is Marsha Brady from the Brady Bunch.
Oh, one that just passed this year, sadly. Lorena Anderson, 1945.
Lonnie Anderson? Lonnie Anderson?
Yeah, Lonnie Anderson. Wow, I can't read.
She is known for the sitcom WKRP in Cincinnati, and she's one of the voice actors behind the character Flo in All Dogs Go to Heaven. And would you believe there's only one cast member left in that cast that's still living?
That's crazy. It's not the girl.
It's not. It's
She
another
died.
actress who played the voice of Annabelle in the All Dogs.
Did you guys already say Marie McCormick?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I have one.
Oh,
Mr. Director behind Guardians of the Galaxy and Superman Legacy, James Gunn, who turns 50. Hold on, but he's turned 59.
I call this next one because this is actually a personal one. Happy birthday, cousin Patrick Ewing, 63.
New York's Knicks legend. All right.
Happy birthday, cousin.
How about Jesse Williams, 44 years old? He was a doctor in Grey's Anatomy.
He played in Cabin in the Woods. He was in Grey's Anatomy. That was one of his notable roles, but he's also in Cabins in the Woods as well. Not bad.
What about Mark Strong? You guys got him yet?
Yeah, I said Mark Strong.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Here we go. Louis Walsh from the X Factor in UK and Britain's Got Talent.
Oh.
He's 73.
Very nice.
Ooh.
And go on to
One more for today. One more for that.
Yep. Well, what is the last one we'll go? Jesse Williams, 44 TV actor. When did he play? We just talked about him, didn't we? All right. I failed.
Now on to today.
Lucille
Ball.
Wow.
I've been waiting the whole time for that one. I knew somebody else was going to say it too.
The huge Miss. That's Miss sitcom there. One of the very first few sitcoms in the Turner Classics region, and yeah, Lucille Ball.
Here's one. Leslie Odom Jr. played Burr in Hamilton.
And he was featured as a guest star in Supernatural.
Mm-hmm. He also has been in CSI Miami, Person of Interest, Law and Order SU, and Law and Order SVU. He is also Sam Strickland in NBC's Smash.
Sweet. That's exactly right.
Here we go. I got one right here. Michelle Yeoh, 63, movie actress.
Oh, yeah.
How about Andy Warhol?
Dr. Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
I got one. This one's for Mayhem because I think he's going to scream for it. This is Jerry Holloway, a former member who's known as Ginger Spice from the Spice Girls, turned 53.
Nice.
How about Andy Warhol?
A legend, man.
A pop artist. He died in 1987 at 58.
His music was still great and still lives.
According to this, he pioneered the computer-generated art.
Oh.
Oh yeah, it's funny with Ginger Spice you're talking about. She was also in Playboy, and I had it. I still think I own it. Locked up.
Jerry Halliwell also was a featured singer in the Rugrats in Paris soundtrack with her rendition of "These Boots Are Made for Walking."
And that's what they're gonna do.
I like that song.
How about,
Here's one.
how about Scott
MacArthur.
MacArthur? 46.
English is son of a hooker. Do you speak it?
He was in The Righteous of Gemstone
Okay.
and Rim of the World.
All right.
He
Any
was in-
more?
He was in the
here's
mid.
one. This one's a sad one though. Joan Bennett Ramsey.
Oh.
She was born August 6th, 1990. Died December 25th, 1996, at the age of 6. She was a beauty pageant for child beauty pageant contestant.
Oh man. So young. Here's one. I got one for you guys. M. Night Shyamalan, film director, turned 55. He's known for directing films such as Signs, Old, Life. I think there was a film he did,
Bad version of
and the,
Avatar
and the abysmal, disappointing The Last Airbender.
because he did not watch that anime at all. Like seriously, like that's all he had to do. Before you start doing something, all you had to do is research.
Especially if you
Sign-
have already made.
Hold on.
If he would have never made Last Airbender, the movie Old that was made in 2021 would be a good one because it was an original creation.
It was supposed to be like 3 or 4 films, but he screwed up the first one. That was it.
And last one here, Vera Farmiga from The Conjuring.
Whoa, The Conjuring.
Nice.
Ooh.
To all of you and all the famous superstars and everything. Can't wait to say more next week. I think it's time for a little more discussion of things. Game on.
Game off.
Lord. Hello, my fellow troop relievers.
I believe.
Today we're going to be talking about a real person. Gasp.
I'm real, I think.
Are we? Anyway, you guys know of a certain sailor man who named by Popeye?
Papa the Sailor Man.
Definitely.
What if I told you that was a real person?
Oh, yes, he was.
I can believe it.
But his name was Frank the Rocky Filgin. I'm totally butchering it. He was born in Poland in 1868. He immigrated to the United States in, I believe, a couple of years later, and he set up his life in Illinois, in Chester, Illinois, where he eventually would die. And ironically, his actual nickname was Popeye. I mean, if you actually saw pictures of this guy, you would be like, "That's Popeye." No
Or
doubt.
was he a sailor man?
You can always pull it up on your phone.
He was a
real quick.
sailor. He wasn't for very long, but he was in fact a sailor. He joined the Navy in 1887. He didn't actually go on the ship because he was more was a worker, a general worker, but he did love to fight. He was a barroom brawler. He what else? He actually lost his eye, his deformity. He got his deformity because he loved to fight so much. According to him, he never lost a fight, which I don't believe for a second. What else?
You can never lose a fight if they don't win.
Oh,
Even
at least
I lost
in
fights now.
fact,
I'm really
the guy
good
who actually created the cartoon character of Popeye actually knew the guy he based it off of. What else is there? He actually heard stories from him firsthand from Frank.
There you go. Look at that.
Yep, right there. That the guy in the black and white photo, that is Frank. He
Wow.
is, yeah, he looks just. And what makes it even better, he actually had a woman who is literally olive oil. I'm like, my God, did he just find all? Did he just plagiarize this poor man's life?
Yes.
Yes, he did.
The one big guy that kept coming back to fight him over and over again was the big bumpy guy in the cartoon that always tried to steal olive oil.
And what makes it even better, he boasted he got all of his strength and his invincibility from spinach.
Which is the theory why spinach is actually in the food works is considered as one of the healthy things to eat.
It is.
But however, would you
it tastes terrible.
Yeah, some would say that, especially if it's like in a can versus being wrapped in a bag or in a tub.
So, and he did die. He died in March 24th, 1947, and his headstone is in a Catholic church in Chester, Illinois. It's actually a tourist attraction.
Oh wow!
It's not big. It's not a big headstone. It's like a very small one, but it says Frank the Rocky. I'm not going to try to pronounce his last name. Inspired of the inspiration of Popeye the Sailor Man on the headstone. Okay, that's it for Frank. So let's switch over to Warhammer.
What?
Today we're going back down the line of our Primarch, of our journey across the Primarchs. Today we're talking about a guy who has a very bad temper. His name is Angron, also known as the Red Angel or the Lord of the Red Sand. I also call him the Slave Primarch. Why I call him that is because when he first came to the planet, he was born. He would spend most of his childhood on Nostromo. He was actually he was surrounded by corpses of when he first came out. He actually was getting hunted by some set. Nobody knows the actual species because it was so long ago, but it was some people believe it was Eldari who act because they had a premonition of him becoming a devastating creature, which they were absolutely right. So they tried to kill him before he became something dangerous. They failed, and they found the High Rider, the nobility of the planet, found him surrounded by corpses. They captured him and turned him into a gladiator. And he actually, for his first gladiatory was fighting on the top of a ziggurat. And we're running out of time. I'm going to keep moving. One of the things that he is known for is a thing called implant called the butcher's nails. This device gets a chunk of your brain gets removed from your skull, and this device gets put in its place, and it causes you excruciating amount of pain. You start killing people. So he literally he only feels the sweet release only when he kills people. What else there's so much. I don't let's see, where else was there. Oh, out of all the Primarchs, he was the only Primarch who did not conquer his planet because he was a slave. He did cause a after the butcher's nails implant and he killed his father figure. He formed a rebellion and they fled to the mountains, which they killed. They were fighting, killing, and all that good stuff. This is one of the Emperor's greatest mistakes, in my opinion. See, the Emperor found him at a last stand situation. All of his brothers and sisters were fighting to the final battle. He wanted to die with his family, with the people he chose. The Emperor couldn't have that. So instead of sending down his custodians or sending down the warhounds, because he had them with them, he teleported Angron off the planet. And because of that, he then killed 7 high-ranking officers in the warhounds until he met Khan. Remember that name. We will talk about him another day. Yeah, whatever. That's your problem, not mine. Let's switch over. Now that we're talking about space, he actually had his sons. They had to conquer an entire planet within 31 hours of standard solar hours, which was a couple of days. If they didn't succeed, they were required to kill 1 out of 10 of their brothers. The other one brother out of every squad was required to kill the others. Was required to die killed by the death of the other hands. He also implemented the implantation of the butcher's nails in his troops. He was actually sanctioned, and Russ came to him, and they fought, and they was inconclusive who won. When the Horus Heresy broke out, Angron and Logar, Angron had no hesitation. He absolutely joined the Horus on the traitor side. Him and his brother Logar, another one we'll talk about another day, was sent to the Ultramar system to keep Guilliman under from joining the Terra. But Logar noticed that Angron was dying because of the Butcher's nails. So in a misguided way, he turned him into a demon Primarch. By doing so, he actually made him into its slave fraternal. He did fight on Terra, and I'm going to end it there because this is too much. Everything else is irrelevant. So Angron is in the current setting. He actually fought the Lion and got his butt kicked because he was a big old meanie. Okay, I'm done. Let's move on. Back to you, DJ Thunderbase.
Oh yeah, we might have to go a little longer.
And now it is time for political chat.
Political. No sound.
All I hear is nothing. Oh,
I got it.
is that one of the ones I found?
In an extraordinary move, Texas Democrats have fled the state. Some of them are on planes headed to New York. Some of them will be appearing right behind me in Chicago. Now, the question is, why are they doing this? Well, Republicans in Texas are trying to push through a new congressional map that would potentially net them an additional 5 seats in next year's midterm elections. It's something that Donald Trump, the president, has been pushing Republicans where they have an advantage to try to get them as many seats as they can going into the midterms. Now, Democrats have one major move they can make in Texas because they are the minority, and that is to just leave the state. And many of them have. In fact, if 51 of them in the House of Representatives in Texas leave the state, then they can't meet because the state constitution says that there has to be a quorum of 2/3 in order for any legislative action to take place. Now,
Yeah, and it was in not only that, but also the governor of Texas is also fining them $500 a day for them, and he's ordered them to return, or he's going to send the Texas PD after them. But the problem
That's because they're breaking a law.
they're not breaking the law. That's the point. They actually
Isn't that part of the thing that they have to hold their seat and keep to their oath until they find someone to replace them?
no, because they didn't actually. They only did was broke decorum. They didn't actually vacate the seat.
Okay, so then how are they representing us not living in that state anymore?
But they're not.
Well, it's not that. No.
They're still
Yeah.
living in the state. They still are residents of the state. They're just not there to vote. So they can't hold any votes unless they have 2/3 of in the parliament.
Essentially, it's a filibuster where they just, instead of like being there just talking nonsense to delay everything to run out the clock, they've fled to go visit other locations outside of their state so they cannot physically go and have the vote.
That's shady.
Yeah.
Your job is to do the job and do the vote.
Okay. It's
What?
the government. The Texans did it. The Republicans did it a couple of years ago.
Your job is to
This time this happened, and it's not going to be the last. But the problem is that the reason why they did it is because Texas, Gavin thought he had the votes to do what they wanted to do, and he thought that the Democrats were just going to roll over, and so they said no, we're not going to do that. So they left to break decorum.
Well, that still is against their whole thing about being that job. Isn't that part of their job to do the votes? The job is part of that.
Not necessarily.
So they can vote against or if it's based on their paperwork, they have to.
But the thing is like he's trying to bully them to come back. But the problem is they're not going to. And they're not going to just roll over. I mean, on the other hand, the Republicans are saying also you're holding up much needed aid to vote, so we can't vote to get aid to these people. They're not doing it's like, yeah, but the problem is you're trying to rig the election towards the Republicans.
Oh no! If they vote against, they can vote against. The whole point is to show your part, and they're not showing their part. They're deciding to just not vote in general, and they're trying to make it so it becomes null and void in some kind of manner, which is not what you're supposed to be doing. You're supposed to be going out for a vote because you don't agree on something. Like, what if they did the opposite thing? They would be saying vice versa.
But it's difficult to. Let's move on to the next video because we're running out of time.
Representative Delia Ramirez. She declared in Spanish that she is a proud Guatemalan before I'm an American. I checked this 5 different times in 5 different ways to ensure that I'm not mistranslating what she said. It has now been widely reported. Nobody is suggesting that if you are an immigrant to this country or your parents are from another country, you're Italian, your parents are Italian, you can't have pride in your Italian heritage. To say that you're Italian, what do you are American? How to be Italian and American while living in America is a wild statement. And again,
you can still be proud of the country you came from and still be an American.
Yes,
I like Ireland. I like Germany. They both done terrible things, but that doesn't make them
proud of your country, of your past. But the point is,
hold on. Name one thing terrible Germany's done.
I can name several. Not that's not including the Holocaust or the Nazism.
Well, technically, that was the Austrians first because Hitler got them first. Then he went to Germany, took over Germany by winning in politics, and then forcibly taking over, destroying everything. I think that's how it went. I double check that, but yeah, lot of everybody. Anybody that was mostly blonde hair, blue eyed, he was putting them from nowhere.
The funny thing is, Hitler didn't really care about that. That's the fun
No,
thing.
it was the scientist doctor that was next to him all the damn time. It was
It was Herman German, I think it was.
I don't remember his name.
Anyway,
Well,
I
yeah,
think
when,
I think he's just blowing it. I think he's just over. I think Ben Shapiro is just blowing it out of proportion. Like, yeah, should she have said that on the stand? Should she say that on the record? No, not really.
saying is,
Language, but on the other hand, it's like, who cares?
is that she wanted to bring him in illegally when it's not the point. If you're supposed to bring him in illegally. If it's legally, that's fine. You can be proud of who you are and what your country is. You're still, when you come into America, you're still supposed to integrate into America. It's not America integrating into you. You can still be proud of your country and be who you are, but you still have to integrate into the country that you're moving into. Every other country learns that they know, and as everybody moves to their country, learns the hard way because they're far more strict about it. America is just the only one everybody complains about because we're so nuanced or whatever. But to the next clip.
A new Trump administration plan will require travelers from certain countries to pay a bond of $15,000 before getting a tourist or business visa in the U.S. NPR's Tovia Smith reports the Trump administration says this is a pilot program meant to ensure that those visitors don't overstay their visas. It's not.
That's stupid.
They're trying to find a way to make it so they have an incentive, but I don't think that's a good idea to do it that way, and that's kind of high.
I honestly, it's just stupid.
That's something I don't agree with, but I would like.
Say it's not going to work either.
I would dig into it
I
more
mean-
and see if there's something else about it.
I mean, that would probably kill tourism.
Like,
Yeah,
it would literally, you would kill tourism. Like, tourism is already down in all across the board, all across the country. Like especially a lot of towns who rely heavily on tourism. Not having
Well,
people.
that's because of the money and the Bidenomics that everybody's still trying to recuperate from. We're still trying to recuperate from that. They're fixing it. Still the first year.
It's because of Trump. It's mostly because of Trump and his policies.
How?
Because they're worried that if I come to this country, I'm going to end up in places like Alcatraz.
No, that's just propaganda. That's for people that come in illegally. They know that if you come in by legal law and standard, and if you're just coming in through the plane, you have your paperwork and everything ready, and you come in properly. It's one thing, but I don't agree with the whole paying $1,500. That's ridiculous.
No. That wasn't 1,500. Didn't that say 15,000?
15,000, even worse.
Yeah.
Jeez, I was thinking 1,500 would just be crushing like the poor people like me and stuff in that way, but no, 15,000. No, that's not right.
It's absurd.
Yeah,
Even if 1,500 is still bad. Because it's like,
I would say like a fee of 50
these vacations. They're coming here for a vacation.
$50 is one thing. Because you can still add that up and use that to put back towards the airports to repair and get new airplanes and stuff. Dude,
I mean, like,
they're using planes that are like 20 years old for a while now. Kind of worrisome.
like if it was 1,500, it's a little more understandable than 15,000. But because to me, it sounded like it was hey, this 1,500 is just to ensure you don't overstay, but when you leave, you get the money back.
That's why we need to get involved and check into it and just use stuff like that. Go to the next clip, though.
Here's the story. President Trump's meeting with Justin Trudeau during the first administration, and he is asking for a bunch of things, right, for Canada to do. And Trudeau doesn't want to give all of them. So Trump says to his people, bring Justin here, bring Justin to me. So apparently they sit across from one another. And President Trump says, Justin, I want you to tell me if there were one thing I could do tomorrow to completely wreck the Canadian economy, what would it be? And Trudeau goes, well, I mean, Mr. President, there are a lot of things. You're a very powerful country, but if you tariffed our cars, it would be really, really bad. And Trump goes, Justin, I want to teach you a lesson. The first thing not to do in a negotiation is answer the question, if you could do one thing to destroy me, what would it be? And President Trump continues, I don't care about Canada. I only care about America. So I'm going to tear up all your cars. Do what you want. He got what he wanted.
He's always cared about America. He's invested into America for a while. He's taken a big loss, purposely, just to make sure that he helps out this country. I appreciate that. I see parts they're not showing you, and or you're turning a blind eye. Hopefully not, but nonetheless, when it comes to that, that's a learning lesson in some ways where Justin Trudeau, which was a horrible person in general, plus the blackface, that was hilarious. Oh my God, dude. The guy did it not just once, not just twice, but more than 3 or 4 times. Holy crap. And finding out he's Justin Castro and not Justin Trudeau, that's hilarious. But yeah, when it comes to the political stuff with that, I think that Trump's doing a good job, the best he can. He's trying to repair what the hell Bidenomics did. We're still in the Bidenomics of the giant inflation because that stuff doesn't just come on instantly overnight when the new president comes in. That's all the stuff that was left from the last administration. We're still dealing with. It's going to take at least a year or so from the next taxes to change things. I know I do taxes. I've done taxes. I've watched them do this stuff. And I've watched the numbers. I've watched my bank account that used to be a nice lump sum deplete and drop, and then go to zero, and then go to negative several times. I've never been this broke ever in my life, except in this past 4 or 5 years. I've never lost so many jobs in my life, except in 4 or 5 years, and they put the Bidenomic politics into work and try to force people to do something. And if you're a different kind of political standing, you get eliminated or hunted down and fired, which has happened. Anybody that voted anything towards Trump anyway, they try to get you fired. It was messed up, and witnessed it in Amazon and a bunch of other companies. You shouldn't be doing that at work. You don't be trying to ruin people's lives. But when it comes to politics like this with Trump with Trudeau, Trump was teaching Trudeau a lesson. You don't tell me your actual weakness. That's stupid. Let's go this one.
For some illnesses, mRNA vaccines may be very useful, and and that would include cancers. But for upper respiratory infections, we canceled 22 trials for upper respiratory infections. But right now, we're developing a universal vaccine at NIH, which is a vaccine that addresses the entire phylum of viruses. And so it's a vaccine that mimics natural immunity, and it is effective against any kind of mutation, so it doesn't drive the virus to mutate. And it could be effective. We believe it's going to be effective against not only coronaviruses but also flu.
We talked earlier this morning.
It had to be something that would take a long time. It couldn't be something fast. We've already learned our lesson with the last time when they did the whole.
I wouldn't trust RC Jr. with a cheese sandwich unless then my own house.
I trust him in some things. He is smart in some ways. He's done some things. He's helped out a lot when it comes to the industry of food recently in the past several months, especially cutting out the bad stuff. They've had to cut out of stores. There's still some, but that's just leftover stock. They're allowed to sell that for now until it's gone. But certain things have to be changed in chemicals, food, or otherwise until or they're just not allowed to be sold anymore because they're damaging the public, the people, because you're getting a lot of fake products put in your insides, which that is true. If you can't read or understand or pronunciate the word that you're reading of the ingredient, it is supposed to be mustard, and it's only supposed to have like 2 or 3 ingredients, or ketchup, or a couple other things. You're like, what is all this extra stuff they're putting in here now? And you look at old bottles and pictures of old bottles, and their ingredients are only a few things the proper way, and it tastes amazing. Now you got this stuff with all those extra additives and sedatives and stuff that's supposed to be preservatives, and it's eating your insides and your stomach and your gut, or it's making people gain like weight in certain spots. It's really hard to lose it, and it makes them lazy or tired. It makes so they just like a lot of things having problems with health in general. Like also people with the whole drinking pop thing, they've been getting after that. And I'm glad they're going after that because I understood the whole concept of being fed pop as a kid. No, it's a bad idea. It rotted a lot of my teeth at times. And I'm glad that I didn't, gain super weight like everybody else, but I was super athletic. But I see it from other friends and other people in my life, and witness it from friends I've lost, and even wrestlers that I've fought against, and they died from overweight because of bad foods, never eating healthy. And he always talks about at least eating healthy and stuff. So there's that. Yes, he does say some antics and crazy shit like you're talking about. Some of the stuff, that's why I go 50-50 on that. I look into what he's talking about.
When you are taking your grandkids and swimming in basically a vat of sewage, you're lost the plot.
Yeah, like I've seen some of the videos and like they're not as bad as it's stated, but at the same time it's still gross. And you can get sick from that. Still water too.
I think it's fair to say that Portland is a lawless state. But I think this. I think these ICE agitators, these Antifa guys, I think they're like, the government wants them there. Check this brawl out. What I think is that the state likes that the far left is attacking federal law enforcement because they can't do it formally. So it's like, privateers. They say,
for that technically what that does help them reinforce funding. Hey, look at this. They're being aggressive. They're being mean. Give us more funding. Now we can get better equipment. Now we can assault and fight better. Pro and con. Like, I do appreciate that people getting better gear to defend themselves. People shouldn't be attacking. First off, following the orders of the police is what you do. You are better off with things going smoothly. The cop pulls you over, asks you questions. Just, you don't always have to answer certain things, know your laws, and you're not allowed to just let them in the house without proof of warrant or anything else.
And it depends on the state, honestly. The police, you do in some states, you don't actually have to talk to the police. Like if you are not detained, if you're not under arrest, you technically do not have to talk to them. But again, I'm of the opinion I don't mess with people with guns on their hips, with a literal utility belt with things that could hurt me.
Yep. Show respect and stuff to people with uniform. And they're supposed to protect and serve.
Especially if you haven't done anything wrong.
I've met good cops and bad cops. There's more good cops than there are bad cops. But you say the opposite of politicians, more bad politicians than there are good politicians. But there's more good people than bad people. But lately it's been more half and half. It's scary. But for this, politics, as you see, we have our Purple People Party for the people, by the people, of the people. This way.
Either way.
The other way.
I know. He's not reverse mirror.
This way for me, that way for you.
Yeah, it changes reverse camera. But nonetheless, you have the red, you have the blue, like a yin and yang. Good and bad.
Oh, and here, let me point at it.
Damn it, Mama.
There we go.
And
it's right there.
You have the
don't worry, I put my hand up too, but I used a finger.
He used a finger. Now, which finger is the question?
When you mix red and blue, you get purple.
Well, it's a point.
The point is the yin and yang. The concept is there's more people in the middle than there are people on the left or the right. There's more people that are more purple than there would be red or blue. Instead of following a donkey or a elephant, why not the free and brave American bald eagle?
The symbol of Zeus.
I respect it. I've seen them in like real life. They're really cool.
They are really cool. I've seen them. In fact, I think there's a couple years ago there was a mating pair down at the Metro Park near us.
Yeah, Michigan has several American bald eagles that are breeding and nesting and making more now. It's awesome. Nonetheless, it represents America and bravery, freedom. And bravery, the concept of bravery isn't just an understanding fear. It's understanding the concept of fear. It's still doing the job. That's what is needed.
It's still doing the right thing.
Yeah, standing by and doing the right thing to protect the country and the people.
Even if it means costs you
And
everything.
having the confidence to actually do it.
And to give, and you know that sometimes you may not come out alive, but you know your family's safe.
Which is very much lacking in our politics nowadays.
Yep, and this it shows why we have the courage. As a concept, is politics shouldn't be a football team. It shouldn't be this team versus this team. It should be like a triforce because you have your power already, and you have your wisdom already, and they're fighting left and right. But what about your courage? What about the courage to stand up? What about the courage to be there and be, hey, why can't the people be the ones? You say over 35 and American born, a citizen. Why can't, that's a lie. There's more to it than that. Large following, large sums of money, endorsements, knowing people, and all this other stuff, and and finding out that both the other sides will crush you and shut you down left and right. Especially if they find out that you start gaining momentum. But if the people themselves stand up and all be brave and free like the American bald eagle, and instead of representing red or blue, represent purple, understanding the concept that we are a blend, we're a melting pot. What happens when you have a melting pot? Mixes.
We wouldn't have a lot of things if we didn't have other cultures coming in to show us these things.
I am a melting pot. DJ Thunderbase is a melting pot.
I'm two different cultures.
I'm several plus.
Same.
And you,
amongst others. But
any final words before we end up tonight?
Tune in on Friday, 9 p.m. sharp Eastern Standard Time for the Rolling to Die podcast. DJ Henry the Hearts Mace, what is our GM? What is our theme this week?
We are finishing up the next part of Drunken Dragon Brawlers with Princess Ophelia trying to find her mother and father, the King and Queen, as they've been captured. We are in a castle in the skies, and we have to figure out what happens next when you guys roll to die at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. See you Friday.
I'll be there.